Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH police called into Mauricio Umansky's family drama. The police have been called in the family drama involving RHOBH star Mauricio Umansky. He has been dealing with his father, Eduardo Umansky, and his well-being. Sadly, it keeps taking drastic turns that are unexpected. So, what has happened this time around? Keep reading for more details. Mauricio Umansky is dealing with his marital issues as he and his wife, RHOBH Kyle Richards, called it quits. They split after nearly 30 years in July 2023, and it has played out on their respective reality shows. Mauricio had 2 seasons of Netflix's Buying Beverly Hills, which has since been axed. That picked up where Beverly Hills left off when it came to his 4 daughters dealing with the familial separation. He has since moved out of the home he and Kyle shared, and is now dating philanthropist Nikita Khan. They have traveled and are living their best lives. Sadly, back at home, the real estate mogul doesn't just have his marital drama to deal with. He also has issues with his father, Eduardo's longtime partner, Simon Tabibnia. She allegedly has been taking advantage of Eduardo and holding him hostage from his children. Mauricio and his sister, Sharon, filed to be conservators of Eduardo's estate. Sharon also filed a restraining order against Simon, claiming that she had been aggressive with her. She was granted a permanent restraining order where Simon must stay 100 yards from Sharon. This will go until 2029, but it was apparently not enough. According to In Touch Weekly, the police were called due to the situation involving Simon. Mauricio Umansky's sister, Sharon Umansky Benton, was forced to file a police report, though it is unclear what Simon did to warrant this. Sharon did request that charges be filed against Simon. The siblings have been working tirelessly to protect their dad, who is 81. He worked with Mauricio in real estate, but they believe Simon was feeding off of him and his money. Mauricio Umansky's sister has Simon coming after her, as well, though that is likely not to bode well. Then he is in hot water for a federal lawsuit brought against the agency for greed. He has worked from the ground up to build his business, which has been documented on RHOBH, and may have been the cause of his marital problems. Kyle Richards was ready to slow down in life, stop drinking, and work out. That was not what Mauricio was looking to do just yet, and they struggled. Are you surprised that all of this is going down in Mauricio's life, and might this bring him and Kyle back together? Let us know and watch RHOBH November 19th on Bravo. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, drama never sleeps, and this time, it's Mauricio Umansky's family at the heart of it all. Reports recently emerged that the LAPD was called into what was supposed to be a private matter, adding a layer of real-world tension to the usual TV turmoil. The incident has fans buzzing as they speculate what might have led to such a high-stakes escalation and how it could impact Mauricio's already fraught relationship with the cast, particularly his estranged wife, Kyle Richards. Mauricio and Kyle's marriage has been on the rocks for months, with rumors swirling about infidelity, trust issues, and now, unexpectedly, the police. The call to law enforcement reportedly happened during a family gathering that had been intended to smooth things over, possibly to repair the divides that were straining the Umanskys. Sources close to the family shared that the incident was, ironically, sparked by an attempt to hold a healing session among Kyle, Mauricio, and their daughters. The evening reportedly began in a calm and hopeful mood. Mauricio, ever the smooth-talking real estate mogul, had invited everyone to his home to have an open conversation about the issues weighing on the family. Kyle, feeling that the public exposure of their marital troubles had worn her down, arrived with mixed feelings. She had agreed to be there, but the layers of tension between her and Mauricio were difficult to ignore. As they settled into a living room bathed in cozy lighting and surrounded by art Mauricio had curated over the years, The family therapist began guiding them through some breathing exercises and communication prompts. For a moment, it seemed like they might actually make some headway. But then, Mauricio brought up an elephant in the room that no one was ready to face: the involvement of another person in his life. Rumors about Mauricio's supposed closeness with another woman had circulated the tabloids for weeks, and Kyle had been visibly shaken. While Mauricio hadn't openly acknowledged the rumors, he hadn't outright denied them either. Kyle took his hesitation as a sign that there might be some truth to the stories, and it fueled a painful new narrative in their already troubled marriage. When Mauricio broached the subject, perhaps hoping to finally clear the air, emotions boiled over in an instant. Kyle, feeling cornered and disrespected, lashed out, accusing him of putting his ego before the family. Their daughters, who had been watching the tension build for weeks, struggled to mediate but were clearly hurt by the rift between their parents. In a raw moment, one of the girls broke down, expressing how the public scrutiny of their parents' lives had affected her mental health, which only added more fuel to the fire. Mauricio, in response, shifted the blame, saying that Kyle's involvement in RHOBH and her insistence on keeping up appearances were major factors in their strained relationship. Kyle defended her career, pointing out that she had built her own identity outside of her role as his wife and the mother of their children. However, Mauricio saw this independence as the wedge that had driven them apart, a viewpoint that struck a nerve with Kyle and reopened old wounds. The argument quickly escalated, becoming an exchange of accusations and frustrations that each of them had held onto for years. At one point, a well-intended attempt by one of the daughters to calm things down was ignored, and the tension in the room grew so palpable that she decided to leave the gathering altogether. When the daughter stormed out, someone in the house, unclear if it was a family member or a member of Mauricio's staff who witnessed the commotion, decided to call the police out of concern. The arrival of the LAPD, flashing lights illuminating the quiet Beverly Hills street, added a jarring layer of reality to the already tumultuous night. The officers were reportedly briefed on a family disturbance, and upon entering the residence, they witnessed the tear-streaked faces and tense silence of a family whose issues had reached a boiling point. According to a source close to the situation, the police managed to de-escalate the confrontation, calming the family members down and advising them on next steps. Though no one was arrested and the incident did not lead to a formal report, the presence of law enforcement underscored how far things had gone. This wasn't just a typical RHOBH squabble or a plotline that could be tied up neatly in the next episode. It was a sobering reminder of the real-life consequences of fame and fractured family relationships. The fallout from this incident is likely to be massive, especially as it touches on the already frayed relationship between Kyle and Mauricio. Not only will the police call be a source of embarrassment for the family, but it also adds a level of scrutiny that no amount of PR spin can easily erase. For a couple that's already navigating the pressures of reality TV fame, this episode could mark the beginning of a new uncharted chapter. With RHOBH cameras already rolling for the new season, it's almost certain that Kyle and Mauricio will have to address this incident publicly. The LAPD call might be a breaking point, leading to more revelations about what's really been going on behind the scenes. Kyle's co-stars have already expressed sympathy, but are also keenly aware that drama like this can boost ratings, and Kyle knows it too. While she may not want her marriage turmoil splashed across TV screens, she understands that the personal stakes have only grown higher. Fans, meanwhile, are divided. Some sympathize with Kyle, feeling that Mauricio has brought undue strain to their marriage with his behavior and alleged wandering eye. Others side with Mauricio, pointing out that reality TV fame can fracture relationships, and suggesting that perhaps the pressure of the spotlight has made it impossible for him to voice his needs in a healthy way. Either way, viewers are watching closely, and everyone is bracing for the inevitable RHOBH season that will surely capitalize on the Umanskys' real-life scandal. As of now, the Umansky family has retreated from the public eye, with both Kyle and Mauricio issuing vague statements asking for privacy during this difficult time. However, the speculation and gossip machine is already in full swing. No amount of PR gloss will be able to mask the intensity of a family that for one dramatic evening could not hold itself together. In the end, the night that the police were called might become a symbol of the unraveling of Kyle and Mauricio's marriage, or it could be a turning point, a jolt that forces them to confront the problems that have quietly torn at them for years. Whatever the outcome, RHOBH fans are in for a season of raw, unfiltered reality that goes far beyond glamorous parties and Beverly Hills mansions, as the Umanskys wrestle with the reality that some things are more important than fame or fortune.